Hi traders, David here from Apex Alpha Wealth Trader. So a quick look at the dollar index for us to get an idea of what's going to happen in the majors this coming week. So I'm on the monthly time frame now, and we're currently in an uptrend, but you can see that we are at a level of resistance here. So we are going to have to pay attention to that. Okay. Now, going to the weekly chart, this is what's been going on, and as always, you mark your levels of support and resistance on the weekly chart to get an idea of where you are going to trade for the week. Okay, so going to the daily chart here now, this is what we see. So we've been in a range for a while, but if I were to draw a trend line across these zones, you will see that we seem to be progressively constricting into what looks like a symmetrical triangle here. All right, so what I believe is that eventually we are going to have a breakout. Now I believe that the breakout is to the upside, meaning that the dollar is going to appreciate, but stranger things have happened. So for now, we are going to concentrate on the levels of support and resistance that we see. Okay, so right now on the dollar index, you can see after this railroad track here, from this point of support and this trend line, these are two very strong indications that the trend is going up. So we are thinking of buying pairs that have the US dollar as their major currencies, like USD JPY, USD CAD, USD CHF, and USD Mexican. Okay, but pairs like the GBP USD, AUD USD, New Zealand USD, Euro USD, you are going to think of shorting them. So with that in mind, a quick look at the 4-hour chart on the daily, and you can see here we have what is a positive divergence situation, which has created a wave bottom situation for us. Okay, so for those of you who know how to count waves, this is the first wave, second wave, third wave. So we are now, I believe we are in the fourth wave. So once the fourth wave is consummated, I believe we still have one more run up, which is the fifth wave. Okay, so with that said, let's quickly have a look at some of the majors and see what we see. So this is the New Zealand US dollar, and you can see I'm currently in a trade to the downside, but I'm going to quickly run through the monthly and we'll see what we see. So from the monthly, this is what's going on for the New Zealand after this prolonged candle here, which was created when the coronavirus pandemic was unleashed. We have this bullish candle here, and then we have this tiny one going on right now. Okay, so from all indications, we're still in a downtrend on the monthly chart on New Zealand US dollar. So going here, this is what we see, and without even drawing the levels of support and resistance, you can see that I placed my stop targets and my profit targets at the levels of support and resistance on the weekly time frame. Okay, so going to the daily, this is what we see. So here we have an inside candle, which is also a reversal pattern, and I saw that, and in line with the dollar index, I took a trade to the short side on, I believe I took this trade on Wednesday. It's been a bit slow, but I believe that this new week is going to pick up momentum. Okay, so going to the 4-hour chart, this is what's happening. You can see we have a wave top situation here, and we are just about to get a death cross on the EMAs. We already have a death cross on the MACD. So I placed my profit target here, but realistically speaking, if I were to plot my profit levels, you will see that the 6th target ends here, which makes sense because usually when you get a scenario like this and you have a positive divergence situation, price will try to get to this level here. So even though my profit target is here, I'm going to be more pragmatic, and if the price gets to this level and I sense any hesitation, I will take it. Okay, there's also the possibility that this level might halt price on the New Zealand USD as well. So there's that. Now let's quickly look at the other currency pairs. There's Euro, and you can see from the monthly, this is what we see. I'll just delete this line here. Okay. All right. So we seem to be stopping at this level of support here. Okay. Going to the weekly chart, we have these areas of extreme support and resistance, which we will mark. Okay. And then going to the daily chart, you can see that by marking these levels, it's very easy to see what's happening here. We have railway tracks here and a hammer, and that is what has pushed price down. I actually got into this trade early, but unfortunately I was knocked out. I got in here and I placed my stop here, and I got knocked out with this candle, and that was on Wednesday I got in. So by Thursday I probably must have I was busy because I had students to train, so I did not check on Thursday. So when I checked my trade on Friday, the market had already gone this deep, so I didn't bother to get into this trade anymore. But if I want to get into this trade, I will wait for a retracement here, possibly to the 62% level of this move, and then I can get a short trade down. Okay, so that's that is for Euro USD. Now let us quickly check the other major currencies. Let's look at GBP here, and this is what's happening for GBP. But let's go to the monthly. So we seem to be halting at a level of support, even though this candle was caused by the pandemic. So it sort of negates what's happening around here. But at the same time, what I'm trying to say is that don't pay attention to this candle right now. Just pay attention to the salient levels of support and resistance. So going to the weekly now, I always like to point out the Elliott waves here: 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So, but we are at a level of strong support right now. So I'm just going to mark this level and here. Okay, it really should be here that I mark, but the market seems to have broken this level of support. So I'm just going to mark that level instead. Okay, so going to the daily chart, this is what we see, and right now we are bouncing off of this level here. We got to this level and we got another. Let me just make it bigger. We got spinning top slash hammer here, which gave us a reversal situation. We are in a downtrend right now. So if we want to consider any trade on the GBP, then this might be the area you might be thinking of taking your profits. Okay, it may look small, but from where we are to that place is about 98 pips, so it's not bad for a day trade at all. All right, but you have to be very careful, because whenever you get an incident like this that looks like positive divergence like so, and the price goes up, usually that means that we are going to get a situation like a wave bottom very soon. So um, as long as the dollar index is bouncing up, then the GBP USD is going to go down. But once the dollar index is halted by resistance, then you can expect that the upward potential here to commence. Okay, so for the GBP, be careful, but I still believe I think we still have one more leg down. Okay, possibly to these regions here. So that's what's happening on the GBP. Now let us go quickly to the other pairs. Let's have a look at the USD JPY, and you can see that currently on the monthly chart, this is what's been happening. We are at a level of strong support right now. So going to the weekly chart, this is what's been going on. I'm just going to mark the salient levels here, and I'm going to have to mark here because that's where the market is currently. So going to the daily chart, this is what we see. All right, now because the dollar is going up, there's a very strong possibility that this currency pair will go up as well, but we seem to be halting at this level of resistance here. So for the USD JPY, you will have to wait and see what happens. If the market has the power to break this level of resistance, then of course we are going to be thinking of taking our first profit targets in this region and the second in this region. Okay, so optimistically speaking, bias is to buy, but just be careful. Right now what's going on is we are in a sort of fourth wave. Okay, so whatever happens, even if you wanted to take a few profits, you can take probably from here to here, which is about 39 pips. So we are going to watch and wait to see what happens for the USD JPY. Now USD CAD, quickly here, you can see I'm currently in a trade there as well, and this is what's been going on. After this protracted candle here, we had a hammer, we had a second one, and then going to the weekly chart, we seem to be in a fourth wave, which we are. So I'm not going to draw lines here now. I'm just going to use the levels of stop loss and profit target as my levels of support and resistance to show you what's happening. Going to the daily chart, you can see what's been going on here. You can see that it mirrors the dollar index exactly. So after this series of reversal candles here, we seem to be going up. Now, we might get a breakout this week we're entering, but to be pragmatic, we are going to be thinking of taking our profit target in this region of resistance here, okay? And it's still not bad, because from where the price is currently to that place is still over 100 pips. So going to the 4-hour chart, you can see that we had a wave bottom situation here that has pushed the market up to where it is currently, and you can see I'm presently in the trade. I got into this trade on Wednesday, and I'm still in the trade, um, uh, entering this new week. Okay, so I've set my profit target here, and hopefully will get filled probably by the end of Monday or Tuesday. Okay, so that's the USD card. Now let's have a look at AUD USD quickly, and let's see what we see. So here we have what looks like a hammer and railroad track. So for the AUD USD, it's beginning to look like the market might want to push up a little bit further, but that's on the monthly, so that's not really a concern for us right now. So we come here, and this is what we see on the weekly. So I'm just going to mark the salient levels for us, just so we know what we'll do for the week. All right, so um, um, you can call this being a fourth wave, and we might possibly get the fifth wave down, but let's just focus on what we see for intraday and swing trades. And you can see here we have an inside candle here, meaning we have a reversal situation from a level of resistance. So we are expecting that the market is probably borrowing down to this level here. So from where we are currently to where we are going is about 120, 122 pips. So that's what our focus will be for now. Okay, since we just bounced off of this level of resistance, we've got a wave top situation, we've got a dead cross on the EMAs, we've got a dead cross on the MACD. So that is what we are concerned about. We are not concerned about what's happening in the larger scheme of things. Okay, so right now we are retracing temporarily. So if you wanted to enter this trade come Monday, this is what you are going to do. You can see that we just touched the second target, and then the market bounced up. So you are going to have to go to the 1-hour chart like so, and you're going to wait for a retracement. Okay, this is the third wave here, so I'm just gonna mark the level of, this is 61, 61.8, 50, so I'll put it at 55. Okay, so we are expecting the market to turn around somewhere in this region, which is also in line with this level of support here. So come Monday, once you get a wave top situation from anywhere around this zone, you are going to take a short trade. Okay, and it's okay for you to aim for target 6. All right, because I believe that the AUD moves in a very stable manner as compared to the other majors. So if it's going to go down, it's probably going to get to target 6. And even if it doesn't get to target 6, even if you get target 4, that's still 78 pips. That's worth waiting for. So I believe that this is a good trade. So guys, this is what I have for you for weekly analysis for the new week. We are entering the last week of May, and I hope that you guys are able to make profitable trades this week. So profitable trading to every trader out there. Thank you very much, and this is David from Apex Alpha Wave Trader signing off.